I'm not a dancer at all. I love to dance. I'm not trained. I made a home video for Star Search, a VHS tape, and I mailed it into Ed McMahon. I never heard anything, guys. So
Thank you so much. Good morning. My name is Nigeria Chambers from Big Gold Belt Media. Caleb, David, and Emily, thank you so much for your time and congratulations because your new film is premiering tonight, Forelock, which I'm very excited to talk about today. How's everyone feeling?
We're excited.
excited.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
excited.
Oh, Caleb and David, don't be shy over there.
Well, we're very excited. He keeps hugging me.
Oh
He's a
Keep
man.
hugging
very
me,
big
man.
man, and
Yeah,
it's weird. I feel so diminutive.
we're in a bit of a spat right now, but we're gonna work it out.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
Well, thank you for sharing this project. I always say I love when projects like this come across the desk. There's a lot of seriousness in the world. There's also a lot of seriousness in entertainment. It was good to be able to kick back and just have some fun, but also with a story I know that was deeply close to you. I do want to talk about that because it's interesting. Besides the uncanny resemblance here, you are indeed Superman because you are wearing all of the hats for this: director, writer, producer, acting, and obviously doing it next to some wonderful people as well. Just want to know, just to get to this point, and I was able to read, the press material that was provided with this, and really seeing how deeply moved you were to get to this point. But also, I think it was really touching to really see the picture of you and everybody that collaboratively worked on this. But just to be able to get to this point today, having your premiere tonight, what has been the emotions? And if you would take a moment to again give flowers to the folks that may not be in the room with you or on the Zoom with you right now, that helped you achieve this.
Well, I'm very grateful. That's the main thing. There's a lot of gratitude. I've been in Los Angeles for over 13 years, basically just trying to do this, right, for this moment, to have something that I wrote and directed. So it's really a culmination of many, many years. I do happen to act in this one. That wasn't my intention, really, honestly, moving to LA. I just wanted to be behind the camera, but people kept bothering me with this thing that I look like Superman every single day of my life, which is very flattering, except I'm a Batman fan, actually. So it kind of honestly it grates on me. I really like Batman. But
I
it
look like I look like Mole Man. Go on.
It's not something like this is not possible alone, not even close. You don't even, it's not just about having people in their roles, but on something like this, people have to step outside of their roles.
Yeah.
So David and Emily were fantastic leaders on set. They brought a lot that was more than just saying the words on the page.
Yeah.
An indie movie, you need people pitching in, you need people creatively having your back, offering suggestions, keeping everything in line, keeping it light, making you laugh too.
Yeah.
And I'd like to shout out Roberto Schaefer, our cinematographer, who made this look like just a fantastic movie and a kind of a throwback to some of the stuff that we used to get in the 70s, like Midnight Cowboy, which is a big
Yeah.
reference. He's done everything from Monsters Ball to Best in Show to Quantum of Solace. So to have him working on this movie with us was a huge honor. He did an amazing job. But yeah, ultimately my emotion is gratitude.
Amazing. Congratulations. Hey, Emily, I am beyond curious and cannot wait to ask you this question. I want to know when you looked at the script and you saw this particular scene where it's like, oh, you're going to be, showing some exercise moves, aka dance moves, and you hit a top tier running man. I have to know the collaboration process with this. Was this something you improvised? Was it actually in there in the script? And you killed it. I just want to know, like, were you channeling something in your childhood? I mean, were you at EDC this year? Like, tell me where all of this came from. I didn't know you had it in you, but now I'm locked in now. I need to see more.
Well, thank you. My childhood actually, yes, I wanted to be on Star Search. I'm not a dancer at all. I love to dance. I'm not trained. I made a home video for Star Search, a VHS tape, and I mailed it into Ed McMahon. I never heard anything, guys. So
Well, you mailed
So
it to Ed McMahon's house, which is not the way to do it, but yeah.
I should have asked you, if only I'd known you then, David. So Caleb, didn't know that, but apparently he wrote this part that would give me a chance to redeem myself. And I loved the script when I saw it, and I loved this character. I love that it's something that like is actually like more naturally me.
Mm,
I'm odd. And I play all these like very strong,
yeah.
composed characters, which is fantastic. I love embodying that. But it was so much fun to get to be in this world. And I got to train with a wonderful choreographer named Cece, who definitely needs credit because she was very patient with me. And at one point, she was like, "You kind of remind me of my mom." And I was like, "Okay, point taken." But it was just a blast, and I'm so impressed with Caleb's vision and the way he was able to wear all those hats. And it was I was not on set nearly as. I'm so sorry about all the noise. I'm in tech rehearsal for a play
Actually can't
right
hear
now,
anything,
so
so you're good.
oh, okay, good.
Yeah, yeah.
I was on set far less than these two gentlemen, but my time when I was there, I did just see everybody pitching in and collaborating, and David was so indispensable because he has so much experience and is a brilliant actor, but also has a great eye for, you can have a lot of creative and talented people together, but if you don't know how to organize it, it can be a mess. And I think we all gained a lot from David's experience and from Caleb's incredible organization. And so it really just felt like a place where I could, jump in and do the goofy stuff that I wanted to do. And it felt like a really safe container to be able to do that. And I feel like hi. Sorry. So, yes, I'm excited for everybody to see it. I think it turned out phenomenally, and it's such a fun idea.
Yeah, you're that scene's gonna get a pop tonight at the premiere, believe that. Yeah,
Emily,
and if there's any
Emily was
BTS,
a,
I mean release it. We need it now.
Emily was a breath of fresh air on set. She came in with a ton of energy and enthusiasm. She's just so fun. And yeah, that
Oh,
was a
thank you.
no brainer. Like this is gonna be amazing. So, and it is.
Well, true story. Since then, because I dance a lot just in my life, and I actually tore my ACL recently,
Oh no, sorry.
being an idiot, jumping around and dancing. So
I,
I did it doing something I love.
I will say, just for the record, everybody
After we made the movie, which is good.
After the movie, thank goodness. Yeah, I was in a clown class, true story. My doctor was like, "You need a better story." And I was like, "That's the truth." I was in a clown class, I was jumping around and dancing, and I tore my ACL. So,
God.
I just want to say for the record, everybody looks absolutely beautiful today, and we're all aging gracefully. But yeah, when you get older, sometimes the body lets you know, like, hey, you can't hit it like you used to. You think these
guess
things
not.
happen, which is interesting because I feel like Caleb was very precautionary in his entire time on set. The stretching aspect, was this really intertwined into the character, or was this just you trying to stay loose the entire time?
It's speaking of injuries and I guess getting older, I had a knee injury going into filming. The squatting that I do in the movie is the first squatting that I did in months. And I was just like, I'm gonna have to just see how it happens and how it goes. But it kept me very awake and energetic and all of the physical activity and the quirk that my character has. Sometimes it was exhausting at 4 a.m. that the scene required me to get down and do like 50 body weight squats
Yeah.
in the far distance in a shot that was really on David. But it was worth it. And yeah, it was good. It was a very energetic shoot in that way between all of us, especially for this guy, by the way. This was like the
I,
David Krumholtz Olympics.
I was just going to ask David, are you lifting weights now?
A little bit. Hey, come on, man, come on. I offered to do sympathy squats with him, and as soon as I offered it, I retracted the offer. Didn't last long.
Hey, David, I was just
Yeah.
realizing too, you got a thing for being really close to superheroes. You got Superman here, you got Supergirl coming up very
Mhm.
soon.
Yeah.
I think it's a testament truly to just really your range of acting. And even in this, it just showed a really different side of you that I haven't seen. So I do want to know for you, and I know I'm coming up on time, but I definitely want to know for you just how personally special was this project for you to really get out there. You know, you also wearing a couple of hats for this as well too, but like this seemed to have been probably one of your most natural roles I've seen. It looks like you just really went out there, you gave it your all, and just saw a side of your acting I haven't seen to this day.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind. No, I guess I had a version of Randy in my grab bag back pocket for a while and was hoping to get the opportunity to do something like him. And I don't get those opportunities quite often, or often at all. And so, you jump at the chance, to do something, that will surprise people, and hopefully surprise me, and hopefully
Mm,
I'll do it. And along the journey go, wow, I can't believe I had that in me. But it was Caleb's script was the character was so rich. All the characters were really rich. Meeting Caleb and seeing how good a person Caleb is, and it's like, oh, okay, this is a no-brainer. It's a really great script. Caleb has a very distinct vision, and uh, and he's a good guy. I'm gonna have a good time making this with him. And so it was a no-brainer to do it. And yeah, I'm thrilled that people are seeing that side of me. I definitely I have a little Randy in me. I'm a little Randy. Uh, but he was a lot of fun to play, man. It's he's quite a sneaky little bastard, and that's always a blast. But then how do you make him, how do you avoid making him a caricature? How do you ground him in reality? And I think that's where I relied on Caleb to sort of get me there. So so much of it is in the writing and in the direction, and I'm just I'm glad they listen to me sometimes, and I'm glad to help. I love making independent films. I've made a bunch
Yeah.
of these, and it's always guerrilla and fun, and you live and breathe it, and there's no downtime between shots, and you are on that set working, and I love to work hard. So, I'm glad that that comes through.
amazing. I'm a little bad on my time management, but I really do need to ask this, Caleb, because again, of how special this story is to you. What do you hope that this film tonight, how do you hope that this inspires the folks that may be, sort of stuck in that situation you were in 2012 and ultimately get into 2022 where you decided this was the time to execute? How do you hope that this film inspires those folks?
Well, you know, I'm definitely open to people taking different things away from it. So I don't want to, force a message on anybody. But that being said, if it can give some glimmer of hope and joy to people who might be in a similar situation to Caden, who's kind of moving out wide-eyed and with a lot of earnestness, but frankly not understanding what he's getting himself into. And I was kind of in that situation myself. But so many people are not just moving to LA, but just being a person in the world at any age and trying to do something new, especially moving somewhere and not having friends and just feeling like you don't quite know how to put yourself out there. I hope people can maybe identify with it and just say, "Hey, I kind of see part of myself on screen," and maybe find some solace in that, and try to avoid guys like Randy as much as possible or befriend them as he ultimately does. But yeah, I hope that people find themselves on screen with all these crazy characters.
Amazing. Thank you all so much for your time. Congratulations again on this. I had so much fun talking to you. Release the BTS. Emily, apply for Dancing with the Stars next season. It's in your future. But truly, Emily, Caleb, and David, congratulations on Forelock, premiering tonight. Austin Film Festival. Can't wait to talk to you all again soon for sure. So many more projects, and definitely David. I need you to be the madman and wear all of the hats again. I would love to see what your next project will be. But it's been a complete honor talking to you all for this right now.
Thanks so much,
Thank
Nazir.
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Take care, everyone. Have a good morning.
Bye.